The Hawaiian word poke means to cut or slice. It's also the name of a wildly popular dish of seasoned raw fish, and it is showing up in fast casual restaurants all over the mainland. Morgan is here. She's going to tell us how to make it at home.
Yeah, and we're going to make two versions today. Actually, I'm going to make one, and you're going to make one.
Okay.
I have some fish here, of course. Fish is the most important part of poke. You can see here I have a pound of salmon. Now this is farm-raised salmon. I'm actually checking to see if there are any pin bones. Often the fishmonger will remove them, but I like to just drape it over a bowl and then you can see them poke out if they're in there. And then take the pliers and actually pull them in the same direction that the fish is going, and that'll avoid damaging the fish. When you're shopping for your fish for poke, you really want to start talking to your fishmonger. So you want to tell them that you're planning to serve it raw and ask when it came in. Ideally, it should have come in within a day. And then you also want to look at the fish. So it should be moist, but not wet. It should also smell clean, but not fishy. And then when you press it, it should just give a little bit, but not actually like hold any sort of dent. It shouldn't be soft. So this is looking great. I'm going to actually cut this into 3/4 inch pieces. I like to use a ruler for the first one to kind of guide myself along. And then from there, I have a model piece. So I'm also using farm-raised salmon here. It's not wild salmon. I love wild salmon to cook with, but farm-raised salmon goes through a specific kind of inspection by the FDA, and it has to be frozen a certain amount of time, and that kills off any parasites. It sounds more scary than it is. When you actually are cooking wild salmon or farm-raised salmon, it would kill off anything. But if you're serving it raw, you really want to go farm-raised.
I really love that you mentioned the food safety aspect here, because I bet this is the kind of dish that would make people at home feel a little bit intimidated because of the safety concerns.
And I think a lot of people are intimidated to serve, I was gonna say cook raw fish, but serve raw fish at home. But I think it's actually not that hard. You just have to be really careful and thoughtful about it. Once you know the basics of it, like you know to talk to your fishmonger, you know what to look for with raw fish. You can even see how I'm storing these. Like your fish is being held over ice. As soon as I cut this, I'm gonna put this back over ice. It is very important to keep your fish really, really cold while you're cutting and while you're prepping it. This also is meant to be served cold. Honestly, when I get this back from the fishmonger, I'll store it in the fridge over ice because it's actually even colder than the fridge. Okay, so now your turn. So time for you to cut your tuna. This is a pound of yellowfin tuna, and I've already cut into planks for you that should be 3/4 inch thick.
And we want to make the same dices here, about 3/4 inch.
Exactly, so that's beautiful.
This is just so lovely and buttery. I can already tell the texture of it is great.
Yeah, and it's so vibrant. It's stunningly pretty.
So I will put mine back on ice as you did.
Yep, we gotta keep it cold. So I'm gonna quickly wash my hands. Okay, so for our two different kinds of poke, I have two different sauces. For the salmon one, I'm doing something that's inspired by Martha Chang's cookbook, the Poke Cookbook.
Love that.
I'm making a teriyaki style sauce for it. So here I have 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, a tablespoon of sugar, a tablespoon of mirin, which is a sweet sort of wine, and then I have 2 teaspoons of ginger and 1 minced garlic clove. Now, to dissolve this sugar, I'm actually gonna pop this in the microwave for 30 to 60 seconds until it's nice and steamy. So, nice and steamy. And I'm just gonna stir this to dissolve that sugar. So this is gonna need to cool. I don't wanna actually cook any fish with this. And while that cools, we can make your sauce.
All right.
You'll see you have 1/4 cup of onion. So this is sweet onion. It's really important to use a sweet onion here because it's a little more mild and the fish is so mild. You want something nice and mild to go with it. To that, you're gonna also add 3 tablespoons of soy sauce.
Okay.
2 tablespoons of vegetable oil for you. 2 teaspoons of toasted sesame oil. 2 teaspoons of ginger. And a garlic clove, a minced garlic clove. Got you some heat. 3/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes.
That's quite a bit of heat.
So you're just gonna stir yours together.
Okay.
And you're not gonna cook yours. So actually with yours, it's so nice because it's so bright, it's so fresh. It's a little more of a nod to that traditional version, which typically was just fish and seaweed and salt or soy.
Right. Okay. That looks like that's well mixed.
Great. I'm gonna pop my teriyaki one in the fridge for about 15 minutes to cool down. And then we can also pop our fish in the fridge. And then we can get the other pieces together because we need a few crunchy elements in here.
Sounds good.
Did you know that with our digital All Access membership, you can stream every season of Cook's Country and gain access to more exclusive content from the entire America's Test Kitchen family? That's anytime, anywhere, and always ad-free. That's right. With our digital all-access membership, you'll unlock our delicious and rigorously tested recipes, along with expert equipment and ingredient reviews, available at home or on the go with our mobile app. For more Cook's Country favorites, scan the QR code or visit cookscountry.com to start your free trial.
Okay, let's get back to cooking.
Sounds good.
So, like all good things, poke needs some textures. So I've got some different things going on. I'm gonna add 1 small avocado. I've seen people cut them all different ways. I really like to just put them almost like I'm shucking an oyster or something. Like I put a towel over my hand to protect it, and then I cut it all the way around. And this way, if my knife slips or anything, my hand is well covered. And then pop it open. I mean, people have different ways of doing this. Again, as long as my hand's protected, I'll just go in with my knife and get that pit and just give it a little twist. So now I'm just peeling off the skin so that it's nice and easy to access. And then I'm gonna cut them into 1/2-inch pieces. So it's gonna add some nice creaminess next to that fatty salmon. I'm just gonna add these to a bowl where I'm gonna add all my ingredients here. So then I also have an English cucumber. So for this, I'm actually only gonna use about 1/4 of it. I'm looking for about a 1/2 cup. So this is really nice because you don't have to peel it. So I'm just gonna cut a tiny bit off, give myself a nice flat surface to work off of, and then cut 1/2-inch pieces. So I've got my 1/2 cup there. I also have 1 Fresno chili here. I actually like to just press them down and get really nice thin half rings. And then 1 more crunch factor ingredient, some scallions. So I'm actually gonna separate my whites and my greens with this. I'm gonna slice these all thin on a bias. My whites go into this bowl, the mix-ins. I'm gonna put aside the greens as a garnish. So now, your turn.
Okay.
So for you, I also have 3 scallions. Again, you're gonna do your whites and greens separately. Yeah, I feel like it's nice. Yours has both those sweet onions and the scallions, so you get a lot of different allium flavor going on. The only crunch factor I have for you right now is these macadamia nuts. For you, I have 1/3 cup of salted dry roasted macadamia nuts. The original version had a nut called a kukua nut. That's a very mild, fatty nut like a macadamia nut. You can mail order kukua nuts, but it's a little harder, and this is available at most grocery stores. So you're trying to get these pretty fine. I think you're looking pretty good. That looks pretty finely chopped to me. And now it's time to assemble, so we can just grab our stuff out of the fridge. Toni, look at all these beautiful colors. It is time for us to assemble our poke.
Smells so amazing in here.
I know. I am gonna add to my salmon, I'm gonna add that teriyaki mixture that I made. It's cooled off now. 2 teaspoons of toasted sesame oil to mine, a teaspoon of kosher salt. I am gonna add in all these crunchy, creamy elements. So I have my English cucumber, my avocado, my Fresno chili, and those scallion whites. Now I'm gonna really gently toss this because that fish is pretty delicate. I also have an avocado in here that's pretty soft. So I'm just gonna kind of nicely fold it. I do wanna incorporate everything in there, but just nice and gently. Okay, so this one is ready. It is time for you now.
Okay.
Add that dressing to your tuna. You have your dressing, you have your tuna, so then it's time for the nuts.
That looks like a lot.
It does look like a lot, but they're good. They're a fun
Okay.
little treat in there. And then scallion whites
And the
only,
whites
not the
only.
greens yet.
Right.
And then you're also gonna gently fold yours.
Okay. And yes, spinning the bowl is part of the folding process.
Gosh, I just like, this is one of those foods that it just, as you watch it, it just becomes more beautiful.
Yeah.
So like fish is glistening, everything's nicely coated, and you can smell that ginger, you can smell that garlic. For our already beautiful dish, we have our scallion greens that we can sprinkle on top. You can sprinkle yours as well.
Okay.
So I also have some furikake. Now this is a Japanese seasoning. You can often find this in the grocery store or order it online. This one has some seaweed in it. It's got some bonito flakes and it's got some sesame seeds. So it adds a really nice crunch, a really nice savoriness.
That's pretty.
It is really pretty.
Okay.
And it's the moment, time to eat. Now I'll get you some of the salmon if you would trade me some tuna.
I will do that.
I'm so excited. I can't tell which one I'm more excited for. See, I want to make sure you get all the crunchy and creamy elements in here, all the textures.
Right. Oh, I'm so excited to try these.
Me too. I don't know which one to start with. Okay, we'll start with tuna.
Okay, with the tuna. You can really taste that ginger. It's just popping out of the fish.
I know, it's so fresh and so elegant.
And the little bit of the crunch of the nuts adds just the right texture.
I love how cold it is. I feel like that's actually really nice.
I think so too.
I feel like it like adds to it. I think the fish is so rich. And then like you get a little bit of almost, it's not quite creaminess, but just richness from that dressing. Then you get those nuts and the different, like the scallion whites. You get all these different textures.
There's a buttery quality. Love it. Shall we move to
The salmon teriyaki. Let's
Now,
see.
this one makes me feel like I want to make sure I can get all of those crunchy elements in every bite. I know that's impossible, but
That was so good of you. I just went in straight for the salmon. I was like, this is great.
wow, that's completely different.
I know, but it's still like, I love the teriyaki because it's a little sweet with that sugar and the mirin. The creamy avocado, crunchy cucumber.
It's really nice. So good.
I kind of feel like we're in Hawaii.
Thank you, Morgan.
Thank you, Toni. It was fun to get to cook, or I guess just cut with you.
I loved cutting with you too.
Thank you, thank you.
And if you would like to make our delicious light and fresh pokés at home, keep your fish fresh and cold, whip up a flavorful sauce, and add some nuts or vegetables for a crunchy element. From Cook's Country, light and delicious salmon teriyaki poke and tuna poke. This was so good, Morgan. I think I might make this as an appetizer at my next dinner party.
Well, as long as I'm invited, I'm in.
All right, you are.
We hope you enjoyed this video and tune in for more.
Hit those like and subscribe buttons so you never miss a single one.
And if you're ready to take your cooking to the next level, try our digital all-access membership, where you can stream every season of Cook's Country anytime, anywhere, and always ad-free.
Plus, you'll gain unlimited access to all of America's Test Kitchen fail-proof recipes, unbiased reviews, fresh episodes, exclusive offers, and more.
Just scan the QR code or head over to cookscountry.com to sign up for a free trial. And while you're there, sign up for our free newsletter and download our app.
And let's make something great together.